Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. There's a quote that says, if the bee disappears from the surface of the earth, man would have no more than 4 years left to live. That is a quote attributed to Albert Einstein. And he's right. Bees actually play a very critical role in humanity and the environment. They support the growth of trees, flowers, plants, and fruit crops all throughout pollination. Hank, the bee guy SVEC from Wildflower Bee Farm in Ontario, Canada, joins us now to talk about some recent issues that he is having right there on the farm with his bees. Welcome to the show, Hank, and welcome back, actually, should I say.
Thanks, Mitch. It's great to be with you today.
All right, what's happening with the bees?
Well, we had a rough year. We lost all our hives on the farm, and I have to own that. I didn't listen properly. I didn't watch them close enough, so we have to start over again. And across the world, it's been a horrible year. In Canada, United States, some say 50%. Local beekeepers here have lost 90 to 95%. Some, like myself, all their bees. So it's the bees. Nature's telling us something, right? They're saying, "Hey, this isn't okay," or the situation is changing, and we have to listen and help them more. I think with and take care of them.
Okay, well, you say help. How can we actually help them? I know, and I tell my kids, anybody, never kill a bee. It's going to leave you alone. Just never kill a bee. They do so many great things. But how can we help them?
Well, one thing we can do, for example, even though we lost our bees, a local beekeeper did not. So they're going to provide us with some hives to get back on track and do it hopefully in a better way. As everyone out there can watch and listen and learn more about bees, one thing we are doing is we're actually we're in the middle of installing a webcam. We call it Live at the Hive. So people can log in for free and watch what's happening in front of a beehive, so we can watch and all work together to try to get some answers as to how to help them. We don't want to over-help them. The most frustrating thing as a human is to watch a hive struggle and know there's some things you supposedly can do, but you should let nature take its course. And that's the hardest thing when you work with bees. So all of us should do that. And also planting. You can plant a small section of your garden with pollinator friendly plants and flowers. Just go to your local seed supply store or hardware store. They'll give you some little pouches of seeds you can plant. My favorite is white sweet clover, if it's possible, if it's allowed in your community, because that's like a gas station for pollinators.
Okay.
Now, the good news I can say, even though we lost all our hives, we're converting 50 acres back to nature. So there's so many bumblebees, and we'll have dragonflies going after the wasps. So even though the honeybees will slowly, hopefully, come back, the rest of the natural insects and natural pollinators will be there, which is exciting too.
Okay, I've always heard if the queen dies, the whole hive dies. Is that what happened? Is the queen dying, or is it she not getting enough of what she needs to survive, or was it something
we've had
totally
a problem with queens around the world, and queens used to live for 3, 4, 5 years, and now I think the average is by months.
Oh,
wow. We don't know why, and I know that genetics, one of the big mistakes I made when I started this project, I didn't have enough variety of genetics, so that I had one basic queen strain, and if you don't have other queen strains with them, they don't adapt well. And so I was supposed to get some queens from Saskatchewan, which is north of, I think, North Dakota in the United States, but they're now getting nailed with this weather. So I don't know if those queens will survive. If they do, see, here's the good news, that those bees that have survived all of this horrible time have something going on that we need to propagate. We need to we need to encourage those bees to reproduce and have more hives and so on. So, but this is going to be a difficult year. We're hearing 60%, 70% on average losses in a lot of areas.
Well, I would imagine like honey prices might go up, but will other things go up as well? I mean, if we don't have the honey or whatever that the bees bring, that's pollination.
Well, the problem is without the habitat, the natural pollinators, bumblebees that do an incredible job pollinating our crops and so on, and other bees that are very important that aren't domesticated honeybees. If we don't have the environment where they can thrive, we're going to really feel the impact of the honeybee not being with us.
Okay.
So one of the things, if you have a small section, I'm hoping with this project, we can encourage farmers to put 1 acre aside and have that return to more of a natural process, because we really have some incredible agricultural land around here, but we don't have a lot of places for natural pollinators and honeybees to hang out and grow and develop and change genetically, right? Because we want them to adapt. Like this crazy snowstorm that's coming across our country and parts of northern United States right now today, temperatures well below zero, many bees won't make it because they're already thinking we have to have more to go out and forage, and there won't be enough to protect the young. So it's
All
going to
right.
be a challenging year for all of us.
Hank SVEC from Wildflower Bee Farm, thank you so much. You can go to that website, check out the new the Hive Live. It sounds like it's going to be fun to see those bees working together. We appreciate you joining us. Again, check it out, wildflowerbeefarm.com. Thank you, Hank.
Thank you. It'll be up in a couple weeks, and we also want to thank.
Thank you. We got to head out, man. Thank you so much.
Okay.
We'll have folks go to that website.
Take care.